How to protect your purpose and the vision that God has for your life. I want to show you guys that in this story in 1 Samuel chapter 18 through 20, I want to show you guys that God has given us a blueprint. God has given us an area of our life that we can use so that we can be guided by the Holy Spirit, so that we can see that God is showing us that we have protection, that we have guards in place, that we can protect ourselves from the enemy, because the enemy is trying to trap you. The enemy is trying to use anything that he can against your purpose. The enemy cannot stop you from achieving your purpose. The enemy cannot stop you from walking in the opportunities, from walking in the path that God has for your life. 1 Samuel chapter 18, we just got done talking about the fact that David's success is now building his fame. Now David is actually building up a reputation for himself. David has defeated Goliath. David is now stepping into a covenant with Jonathan. Jonathan is actually the firstborn son of Saul. Saul has developed this really bad, evil, wicked, he's got an evil spirit on him, and God put that onto him because of the fact that Saul allowed pride to sink into his heart. And remember, pride brings rebellion and witchcraft into your life. If you allow yourself to walk in disobedience, if you allow yourself to walk in pride, then you will develop evil in your heart, and you will develop a disobedience. You'll develop so many different evil things in aspects of your life. David was victorious in everything he did because the Lord gave him everything that he needed. The Lord helped him walk into success. It says here in verse 8, Saul was furious and resented this song. I just showed you that the women and the dancers were singing, and they sung this song. Saul has killed his thousands, and look at this, but David has killed his tens of thousands. So it's showing you that David is now stepping into his kingship, and Saul's kingship is being torn away from him. And it shows you that the singers, they credited tens of thousands to David. And this is actually Saul's words. It says, they credited tens of thousands to David. He complained, but they only credited me with thousands. So now Saul's jealous because of the fact that they were crediting David, which wasn't even David's fault. David was fighting in the military, he's fighting in the army, and he killed tens of thousands. And Saul only killed his thousands. And now Saul is jealous because of that. And all he has is ego and pride in his head and jealousy, and he's allowing himself to compare himself to David, which he didn't have to compare himself, but he's letting pride sink into his heart again. Then it says this in the second half of the verse. It says, what more can he have but the kingdom? So now Saul is afraid that David is going to tear the kingdom away from him. Saul believes that David is about to step into his throne now. And then it says in the